So if you haven't heard, recently Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's house was vandalized. At the same time, Nancy Pelosi's house was vandalized. It looks like there's a lot of bipartisan anger to go around. Check out this clip, and I'll come back with some thoughts.
We're not here as enemies today. We can worry about that tomorrow, right? Yeah. But today, we are here with the idea that this government is ripping all of us off as a total.
Earlier in the day, "Where's My Money" and "Mitch Kills Poor" were spray painted on the Senate Majority Leader's home. Both groups say they had nothing to do with that.
Vandalism is not something that gets anything done.
That was there when we got here.
Different opinions colliding on the same sidewalk.
Telling me there's 8 million fraudulent votes?
You can make decisions on anything, and you do not support your people. That is horrible.
Millie Martin says she showed up in front of McConnell's house on Dundee Road to express her frustrations with his rejection of the $2,000 stimulus check.
$2,000 is not a lot of money. At least he could have did $1,200 again.
While at the same time, another group associating with D.C. Under Siege organized to protest McConnell accepting the election results.
For turning against the president and the Constitution.
Biden is a winner. You're crazy.
Both groups grew increasingly passionate.
We are sick and tired of your tyrannical rule and your rule against the Constitution.
Because of government corruption. That's why we here.
Now, we all condemn terrorism, which is using violence to push your political perspective. But I don't think people really realize the history of America and how much violence was used to push political perspectives in order to make it the greatest nation on earth. There would be no America in the first place if it wasn't for revolution against the English, which at the time would be considered terrorism, violence to push a political perspective. A lot of black people weren't feeling that Martin Luther King, Bayard Rustin, bend over and spread your cheeks if you really want this freedom approach. Nah, the majority of black people were on that Malcolm X side of the game, Huey P. Newton side of the game, Fred Hampton side of the game. That non-violent stuff is way too passive for a lot of black people. A lot of black men are like, I'm not even gonna get involved in politics. Hit me when that shit hit the fan. And I can understand that idea, that perspective, because a lot of black men especially have given up hope in the system. Black women, they continue to vote at some of the highest numbers in the nation. Black men, when we vote Democratic the majority of the time. But our numbers we're not showing up like the black women are, because we've given up hope in the system. So the last thing the government wants is for the black side and the white side to come together and really push for change. Because that push might not be too nonviolent.
We are also tracking an ugly start to the new year for Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi after her San Francisco home was vandalized. The garage door was spray painted with political messages, including a crossed out 2K. That's an apparent reference to Congress's failed attempt to deliver $2,000 coronavirus relief checks, something Pelosi did support. The vandals also left what looked like a pig's head and fake blood in the driveway.
Nancy Pelosi, they sprayed her house and said, forget 2K, we want rents canceled. We want everything. Run it. They left some blood, left a pig's head out there. The crazy part about it, they hit the Republicans and they hit the Democrats. Now, I have noticed the fact that a lot of media sources are emphasizing the fact that Mitch McConnell's house got vandalized, but they're not as vocal about the fact that Nancy Pelosi's house got vandalized. This might be because she's a Democrat, might be because she's a woman, but I think it's very interesting the fact that both the leader of the Republicans, Mitch McConnell, and the leader of the Democrats, Nancy Pelosi, both had their homes vandalized within a 48-hour span. That shows that the American people aren't feeling either party. Sure, you can say it was only one or two people that did the act, but I, for one, support the people that did it. Not in terms of, oh, I'm encouraging them to do criminal behavior on camera. No. But I do mean the fact that they're getting active and they're voicing their concerns about the way that the politicians have sold out the American people. There's a thin line between revolution and terrorism. And that line depends on which side you agree with, oftentimes. We're moving into some dark days in America. The fact that Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi were both hit, that shows the anger in this country is bipartisan. Nancy Pelosi is one of the most hated politicians in America. I like Trump better than Nancy Pelosi, and most Democrats do too. So you know how the Republicans feel. This country hates both the Republican and the Democratic Party. This country, being America, is not going to sit down and get raped for too long. You see, they already put trillions of dollars into the hands of these bankers instead of giving any type of stimulus to Americans, citizens. And in 2021, a lot of rent are going to come due. And in 2021, a lot of evictions are going to come to pass. And in 2021, that line between revolution and terrorism is going to get real blurry. Let me put it to you like that. So hey man, all I can tell you is prepare yourself, prepare your family. Stock up on food, water, bullets. You should already have your guns. All right man, leave something in the comments. Tell me what you think. Is violence against politicians ever justified? Is there a difference between revolution and terrorism? Let me know. I'll holler at you in the comment section. Peace. 'Cause that's what I think.